Hello, welcome back to southern Sweden. Today is a very exciting day. I am leaving the studio for a couple of hours. I'm heading to the sawmill because 2 years ago we had an ash tree fall down. I think it was in Storm Otto, is that what he was called? I can't remember. Otto, I think. And a huge ash tree fell down and we chopped it up and I took it to the sawmill 2 years ago and it's been sitting there drying out ever since. And today I'm finally going to go and we're going to cut it into planks, some of which maybe one day will be an electric guitar or two, but the rest of it will be tabletops or cupboards or who knows what. And I will introduce you to Ingvar, who runs the sawmill, who is a total angel, an amazing guy, and has pretty much saved this project, I would say, with the amount of wood that we've had from him. Yeah, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to get on with a few other things like moving the snooker table, show you what else we've been doing, some ventilation stuff. Hopefully I have time also to fit the LED lights in the plug sockets and power sockets in the live room. There's a lot to do. It's Friday already. Okay, please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go to the sawmill. Okay, we've finished all the ash. It's over there in the trailer, and these two pieces, we found these kind of lying next to the fallen ash tree, and these are really old, and I've always been like silently dreaming that these would be black all the way through, and it looks like they are. Fingers crossed. That is so cool. Okay, what are we going to make out of this? Jesus, that is incredible. So this is bog oak then? Is it oak?
Yeah, it must be oak.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Wowzers, look at this. That's a lot of wood. Oh man, and this black oak is such a bonus. So this is ash. It's already turning pink because it's oxidizing, but it should, in the end, it should be very light, like almost white, which could go very nicely with the black oak. Let's see what we can come up with. All right, let's go back home. Something else that we did this week, which I didn't really film much because it was just too traumatic, was sorting out the last bit of the ventilation pipe in the live room. And the first iteration of this was a kind of lesson, I would say, in, how can I put this? Not listening to kind of, experts who are recommending the kind of normal way of doing something. When you're trying to do something which kind of has, a sort of personal touch or whatever, basically we were recommended this kind of, it's like a windsock kind of thing, which kind of is the last bit of the ventilation system in the live room, and is the thing that actually kind of distributes the fresh air into the room. And I think usually these things are supposed to hang from the ceiling, but they can be wall mounted. But the thing is that they need quite a lot of airflow in order to inflate properly, which wasn't considered by the guy that we bought it from, who recommended it. And so I installed it, which took bloody ages and was incredibly annoying, hence why I didn't film it. When we turned it on, it was just really loud. Like, the amount of airflow we needed to inflate the thing was just way too loud. I did figure out how to dial back the airflow a little bit on the heat exchanger thing, but then it just sort of like hung like like an old condom or something on the wall. Looked pretty rough. So we kind of decided we can't really live with this thing. It's sort of ruining all the effort we've gone to make this place look beautiful. And so we have changed the approach. It was a €700 mistake, because that thing apparently was custom made for us at the price of €700, which I still can't believe. How could it be so expensive? Yeah, and they won't take it back. So yeah, I have learned a lesson. Don't be lazy in that kind of moment where someone's recommending something and you just say, yeah, okay, that'll do, fine, I trust you. Just make sure that you really kind of consider every detail. And this is just sort of note to self, really. But yeah, I've learned a lesson, a €700 lesson. So now what we've done is, it's just, we've extended the pipe, and we have three nozzles, whatever you want to call them, vents sticking out, which distribute the air into the room. Ferdy pointed out that it looks a bit like an octopus tentacle, which makes me very happy, because one day there will be an octopus sitting up here. Yeah, that's the end of that saga. And eventually I think we will paint this blue, maybe matching these floor tiles. I think that could look pretty good. Sort of a Pompidou Centre vibe. So, one big thing to do today is to move the snooker table. The time has come, because we need to clear this room here so that I can lay the oak flooring, hopefully next week. We need to put some levelling compound down on the floor to get it all level, because it's all a bit rough. But today I will dismantle the snooker table, which is very sad, because then we won't have a snooker table. And I will move it from here over to there. First I'm going to hoover that, because it's all bloody dusty now. But yeah, I'm going to try to take off the bays without destroying it, so that maybe, just maybe, I can reuse it. If I can't reuse it, then maybe I will get pink cloth to replace it. But I'll try my best, because it's only a couple of years old and still pretty good. Someone in the comments said I installed it upside down, which is definitely possible, so maybe I'll experiment a bit with that. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to hoover that area over there. I'm going to move this snooker table, well, dismantle the snooker table and move the pieces over there, and maybe even put it back together. Who knows? Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I never really put these on properly in the first place. I'm going to take the pockets off. They just fix on under there. And then I'll take the cushions off with my kind of giant screwdriver, which I made last time by just flattening the end of a chisel. Oh, that's too big. Oh, this was for the legs. Okay, so maybe I can use a normal screwdriver on here. I'm hoping that once I've got the slates off, we can actually carry the base in one piece over there. So yeah, it shouldn't be too much hassle. But yeah, let's see. So I'm going to take the pockets off and then the cushions off, and then I'll see about trying to get this, get the cloth off without destroying it. All right. Okay, that's that. So there's a little bit of a repair to do here. This is kind of a bit broken, so maybe I'll glue that now, and maybe I will also glue this strip back on that fell off ages ago, so that could be drying while I try very carefully to remove the 200 or 300 staples that are holding the bays on. Yeah, maybe it's possible. These obviously they don't need to come off, but yeah, it's so beautiful, this stuff. I love these carpenter's marks, you know, these Roman numerals to say which one's which. Maybe I should make a note of that. It looks like 4 is at the end, 3 there, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, these old bolts are just so beautiful. Look at that. Very good. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll glue those bits up, and then I'll give this a good hoover over here because it's got quite dusty, and then I'll take the bays off. Okay, that's that. So now you can see what's in store for us. These really weigh a lot. I think they're about 100 kilo each one of these, and there's 3 of them. I guess the next thing to do is to unscrew these wooden bars underneath. I can mark those all really nicely. Oh, they are already kind of marked. Yeah, and then we have to break this filler because you have to fill the crack. First I'm going to charge up the gimbal because, as you can probably see, It suddenly got very shaky. Right, gimbal has battery again. Oh, how the fuck are we going to do this? Right, we have the piano dolly. Let's, how can I film this and do this at the same time? Alright, should we just, like that? Okay, 30 one-man snooker removal limited. Okay, 300 kilos of slate. Now then, how heavy is this? Yeah, solid mahogany. You think it's alright? 3. Okay, I'm back. We are gonna move the snooker table. Elsa and Vincent are here. And these guys, we're going to try and move this thing in one go. Where will I put the camera? Yeah, we're going to have to just sort of do it. We'll work it out. I mean, maybe we can flip it on its side. I mean, it is a bit thicker than the bridge. Okay, the snooker table is officially over here now. Look, the hayloft has no snooker table anymore. That's great. We can do the floor. Maybe next week. The snooker table's over there. Okay, so snooker table can wait for a bit until I try and put it back together. It's 4 o'clock on Friday. I am going to try very quickly to do the LED strips in the live room here, in the sockets, in the mic, what the hell did you call it? Mic patch panels on the walls, and the plug sockets are going to have little lights in them. So I'm going to try and do that now. It shouldn't take too long. Famous last words, but yeah, bit of soldering, bit of running some cable. Let's see if I can do this in 2 hours. All right. Pretty cool. Annoyingly, for some reason, this controller that came with it doesn't allow me to really fine-tune the color, but I have some other controllers which you can do that on, so hopefully I can get this exactly how I imagined it, which is a kind of light green kind of color. But yeah, looks pretty good. Pretty weird. Nice. Okay, I'm going to turn the lights back on. Whew. Okay, it's Friday evening. I'm not going to get this finished now, so I've got 3 left. Well, 5 left to do. I'll do those next week. But yeah, pretty good week. We are getting there. Hopefully next week I will rent the skylift and I will get up in the ceiling here and put in smoke alarms and lights, and then we can have this signed off. Ventilation is done. That's the last thing, smoke alarms. And then we can call the council and they can come and give us the keys. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, actually there's loads coming up. There's loads more to do, in fact, now. Now that we've moved the snooker table, it means that that floor upstairs can now be laid. Self-leveling compound first, then the oak flooring down. Bit of oil, bit of wax, and then that'll be done. I've ordered all the metal for all the railings around that mezzanine and everything, so yeah, another few weeks and it will really start looking quite finished. I always say that. It will. One day it will, and then what will I make videos about? Alright, thanks again. Lots of love, look after each other. If you want to really support us, then you can join our channel membership by clicking the link down below, the little join button. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Until then, look after each other, and goodbye.